Hey, what's good, people? I am Cool Blue. This is
Lady Blue.
And this will be an episode of Blue Talk, episode 15, correct?
14.
14. I got 15. Okay, sorry about that. I got 15. But we simply titled this Shoulda Woulda. This is Alicia's topic, so I'll let her kick this off.
Yeah, so it's titled Shoulda Woulda because it's just like you don't want to sit back and reflect on the shoulda, woulda, couldas because they're in the past for a reason. So, of course, we're going to have this topic and start it off with 3 different points. Well, it's going to be 3 different points with some subpoints. And we'll just get right started because this seems like a subject that is definitely very passionate and informative. So, topic number 1 is understanding failures. Just understanding that you're not going to get everything right on the first try, and everything is not meant to go right for you on the first try.
Well, basically to piggyback off of that, like we have a lot of times where people like relate like failures to what's going wrong in their life, and to a degree, like if you allow failure to, eat at you and beat at you, I mean, it kind of does. But, like people just, like they take a failure or like they take a particular failure and they kind of like latch onto it and hold on to it, hold it tight, don't let it go. And they just, and it becomes their identity to a sense.
Yeah.
So, like I definitely understand failures, but I'm pretty sure everybody does, but
you're not meant to remind yourself of that all the time.
Yeah.
Also with that, failures aren't meant to break you. A lot of time your failure is just meant to teach you a lesson. Like, honestly enough, when you think about it, sometimes you shouldn't even call failures and just look at them as life examples, life lessons.
Yeah, no, I completely understand what you're saying. When you say like failures aren't meant to break you, like that kind of brings us into our second bullet, which is failures happen often. And like failures kind of, solidify that you're trying. Because in order for you to fail, you would have had to have tried at something. And a lot of people feel like if they don't necessarily get something right on the first, second attempt, like we've mentioned in previous videos, that it's just not meant for them. And that's not necessarily the case. So, if you have a passion for something and there's a handful of naysayers giving you, like all types of negative advice, but in your heart of hearts that this is something that you've been trying to like dig deep at for a while, it might be something that you want to buckle down and really, really strap into. And even outside of the failures, like find something that really, really works for you.
Yeah.
Not to necessarily drag it out too long, but
No, that's perfect. And actually, it leads us into our next topic, which is stop living in the past.
Yeah, I mean, like it's crazy because it's easy to do, but I'll let you,
Oh, definitely. I was about to say, I'm one of those people who was guilty of it. Like, I used to really sit back and dwell on things and think that, I need to sit and stew in this for hours or days, months on end, realizing I'm not doing anything but slowing myself down.
Right.
And becoming a failure because I'm not even attempting to try again.
Yeah. Complete. And actually, that kind of moves into the next point, which is allow yourself to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to allow yourself that opportunity to, really move forward, because it's like the past is the past, and I find a lot of times when we talk to people, like it's like I said, it's that one crippling failure, and it's like, I wish I woulda, or I shoulda did this, and it's like I could have done this had I ... And it's like they really, really, really allow those failures to cripple them and become their identity. Basically, my big takeaway from this, and we ain't even have final thoughts yet, but like, don't let failure become your identity. Because a lot of people allow failures to become their identities, allow it to become their battle cry, their trademark, however you want to cut it or slice it.
Yeah. And I feel like too with that, allowing yourself to move forward and changing the outcome, like if you don't cut the fat per se, you never, or like the song Bag Lady, like if you don't let some bags go, you can't move on.
Yeah. You know, like, I mean, like, that pretty much leads into the next one. Like, you can't change the outcome. Like, you know, like, no matter how hard you try, you can't change it. And I'll let you, you know.
Yeah, I was supposed to say, like, if you sitting back dwelling on the past, not allowing yourself to move forward, all you doing is reliving that failure over and over again.
Yeah,
Who want to live on Groundhog Day? Like, no.
Speaking of Groundhog Day, they just kind of sort of passed. So it's like,
oh yeah, that's true. And it was finally in our favor.
Yeah, this weather been loved, by the way, but that's something completely different. No, what was it like no snow in February, something like that? Like the first time in like Maryland in like it was like
100 years.
Yeah, 100 something odd years, like no snowfall in February. I mean, granted, I'm not mad, but you know, global warming, whatever the case, you get it.
I mean,
but
yeah.
we getting off topic a bit, but yeah, like you can't change the outcome at all. You know, like it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's a stain on you. And I won't even necessarily call it a stain, but like, you know, people look at it as a stain. Like, it's a blemish. It's always going to be there.
Even if it is a stain, look at it as like your favorite sleep shirt. Like, you ain't wearing it outside the house. You ain't got to broadcast your failure to everybody.
That too. Like, a lot of people, I'm so glad you said that. Like, yo, you realistically do not have to broadcast your failures to each and every individual with a listening ear. Like, you don't. Like, I'm so glad you said that.
Because people don't care.
Really don't. They really were like, even when people ask you certain things, it's like they saying it enough just to get some information out you. They realistically don't care what you got to say unless they trying to tap in and figure out some stuff in your life.
Right. Or figure out how to take your failure and work it to their favor.
And capitalize on it. Right.
So stop broadcasting your failures because they actually could work out being a solution later on down the line.
Exactamundo. You want to get into this last one?
Yeah. The last one, accept the peace, which kind of like, I'm going to just put it in the same perspective as our subtopic, which is you deserve it. Accept the peace because you deserve it. Like, I think a lot of times we have either survivor's remorse or guilt, or because we grew up a certain way, we can't accept the peace or the blessing that comes with moving forward.
Yeah. A lot of people deal with survivor's remorse. And when we say survivor's remorse, it's surviving your upbringing, surviving your community, surviving your lifestyle, whatever the case may be, and you move around. And it's funny, I literally just posted something on Facebook that somebody else said, like, I come from Maryland where, like, bettering yourself is you acting funny or you acting different. And it's like, people will realistically put themselves into a bubble where it's like, I can't come around certain people, you know, survivor's remorse, yada, yada, yada. And it's like outside, and to loop that into what we're talking about, you know, like you have to be willing to accept peace and take peace head on, you know, like, because your peace of mind matters, your sanity matters. I think I said that damn near every video, but your sanity matters. Like, it really, really does.
It do. I was about to, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think a lot of times, even for me, myself, like I said, a lot of things we talk about, we actually go through in real life. But, I was about to say, matter of fact, all the things we talk about, we go through in real life.
Yeah.
But I know with myself, a lot of times, I have a hard time believing I deserve it. Because I think we get so caught up and so used to negative self-talk because it's kind of like the cool thing to do. Like, it's like this dry humor thing, and it's kind of cool to do the self-deprecating jokes and stuff.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we really don't realize how much that joke actually starts to turn serious. So sit back and really be like, you know what? Yeah, I didn't do this, but it led to me building this, and I deserve the fact that it's doing well. If you worked hard for it, you deserve it.
Go back to Speak Life Daily. I'm about to say.
Yeah.
See reference of Speak Life Daily. I'm about to say because the tongue is powerful. I'm about to say these episodes literally loop into one another. You can sit back and talk about it for days. You know, like it's necessary dialogue. You know, like you said, the tongue is powerful, and anything that you say on a day in, day out basis, like whether you choose to believe it or not, becomes law. It really becomes gospel. It becomes law. And I put a post up earlier, you know, like, I know kind of getting away from what we're talking about, but I put a post up earlier, you know, we're saying like, people say like during death, it's like, if you realistically say during death that you'll never be able to find peace, you'll never be able to find what's the name, it's like, be prepared for that, because it's like that you're literally putting that on your head, like, I'll never find peace from this, I'll never, you know, gain understanding, I'll never be able to like live this down. It's like, you putting that death sentence on your head. Nobody's doing that but you're putting that death sentence on your head. And that kind of goes into, I'll kind of polish this off, where it's like, don't fight it, you know, like, you talk yourself out of peace. Literally what I just said. Like, people will find ways to talk themselves out of their peace, out of their sanity, out of their peace of mind. And it is really, really sad. And it is really, really like sad to watch people of color, because we struggle and fight through so much. And it's like, the little piece of sanity or a little piece of mind that you have, you'll even talk yourself out of that, because you feel like you don't deserve it.
And just because things have been going great for a long time, don't mean that they can't continue to go great.
Exactly.
Like, you know, just because you get that uneasy feeling like, oh, things were going a little too smooth, what's about to happen? Like, nothing probably wasn't about to happen until you said it. Like, just enjoy life. Like,
yeah.
I am learning that more and more every day. We are learning that more and more every day. Enjoy life. Don't fight it. If you go with the flow, life actually goes a lot easier.
Exactamundo. And that kind of leads us into final thoughts. Want to kick it off?
Almost sound like Jerry Springer. Final thoughts. Like I said, stop living in a shoulda woulda. Failures sometimes lead to successes. You ain't got to tell everybody you failed. And don't fight the rewards.
Cool little recap. Like I said, final thoughts. Like, I'm going to say this every episode, and people going to probably be like, shut the hell up, but your sanity matters. Like, it really, really, really matters. And when I say your sanity, I'm like, just your everyday peace of mind. It's like, if you wake up in the morning and the first thing you take in is toxic thoughts, toxic comments, that's on your mental. Before you brush your teeth, before you wash your ass, whatever, like, that's on your mental. Then it's like, you go to your job, your coworkers talking that yin yang first thing in the morning. That piles onto whatever you took on before you left the house. God forbid you get into a back and forth, or somebody say something slick to you, or whatever the case may be. That's piled on before you have even had a chance to, because some of y'all don't eat in the morning, like, but like, literally before you go to lunch, you got a stack of yay thick negative comments, thoughts, whatever the case may be, and that's literally a snowball into your day. And by the time you come home, God forbid you walk into a house that got some negativity, or you and your spouse ain't necessarily on the same page, it plays. It plays. I know that's a long final thought, but like, it literally, like, it stacks
It's
on.
all related.
Yeah, it's all related, and it really stacks on. Like, you know, you gotta take it into consideration. So, But yet, this has been another episode of Blue Talk. I'm not going to talk any longer because I'm rambling. I am Cool Blue. This is
Lady Blue.
Catch us on the next one. The next episode. I'm going to dig a little deep.
Love y'all.